Welcome to the world of Shidokan. Full contact karate, kickboxing, grappling, truly the triathlon of martial arts.
Shidokan, don't even blink.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Park West for the 10th annual World Shidokan Open competition. I'm Johnny Bellino, and I'm here with my friend Dave Kricka, and we're going to be giving you the blow-by-blow of tonight's events.
Good evening, Johnny. I'm looking forward to tremendous fights tonight. Many fighters from all over the world are here. Let's go up to the ring for the call of the first bout.
From Hungary, Robert Sarkozy. And from France, Frederick Aguilar.
Fred Aguilar, a veteran of Shidokan action, and a successful one at that. Sarkozy looks a little bit more well-muscled than Aguilar, but Aguilar relies on speed and finesse. He's a vet.
Fighters start out. Knee strike there. Delivered by Robert Sarkozy to Frederick Aguilar. Low kick there. Low kick is like a jab in boxing, John. There we see it again. The fighters clinch. There's an attempted throw there from Robert Sarkozy. Does not complete the throw. There's that low kick again. Roundhouse.
Aguilar looks like he's keeping Sarkozy at bay here. Sarkozy's trying to put on some muscle to him.
Oh, there we see a right knee strike up to the face of Frederick Aguilar.
Didn't seem to bother Aguilar, though. He kind of backed off of that.
And it definitely hit him.
Sarkozy's trying to out-muscle Aguilar, but Aguilar is smooth. He's not necessarily a muscle man.
There's an example of it right here. Pushing Aguilar into the corner. Aguilar will have none of that.
Sarkozy looks like some type of special forces soldier with that close-cropped haircut and that mean look on his face.
He's a tremendous athlete, and again, so is Frederick Aguilar. There's a round kick. There's a low kick. Ooh, and there's a left hook. I think that caught Sarkozy right in the rib, John. That left hook has put him down to the ground, it looks like.
Aguilar is fast, and that is probably due to his experience.
And you see Aguilar following up with the hands to the body.
You know, Aguilar sees so many of these punches coming over the years that he automatically reacts before the punch is even finished. There was a right hand to, I thought, Sarkozy's face.
Nice axe kick by Aguilar, just missing Sarkozy.
You know, he just missed Sarkozy, but those kind of things throw your opponent off balance. Don't you think, Dave?
Oh, I agree. Any type of technique like that is going to throw off your rhythm, throw off your timing. Nice combination. Round knee at the bell. Drops Sarkozy to the mat.
You know, Dave, I'm boxing people. What happens in this particular type of a situation? Does the bell save this guy?
Shidokan rules are very similar to boxing in that a fighter can be saved by the bell except for the final round. I think that's what we're going to see here. Let's take a look at Robert Sarkozy against world kickboxing champion Manson Gibson in a previous bout earlier this evening.
You know, how many times did these guys have to fight in one day, Dave?
These fighters fight at least 2 to 3 fights to get to the final round. Here we see Sarkozy in a previous match manhandling Manson Gibson using knee strikes. And there's a low kick that downs Gibson to the canvas.
And Sarkozy moves on after having disposed of Gibson. You know, it looks like Aguilar uses Sarkozy's weight against him.
Aguilar is definitely trying to use his distance, gauging his strikes. Sarkozy is definitely trying to muscle John. You'll see him grab, look for those knee strikes. There's a spinning back kick, just missing Sarkozy. And again, he's trying to drag Aguilar to the ground with him. I don't think that's going to work for him here in this match. Aguilar is much too experienced.
Now, what good will that do him to drag him to the ground?
Well, he's trying to bring him down with, he's trying to avoid those hands. Those deadly hands of Aguilar to the body have just punished Sarkozy.
All right, a great right hook to the body by Aguilar.
A sneaky right hand there. Sarkozy's down. Down from those body punches.
Well, I tell you, I don't know. That takes a lot of strength to be able to strike a big guy like that with no gloves.
This is full contact karate. No gloves, no pads. That hurts.
And, you know, look at the conditioning. As Aguilar goes back with another left hand, it looks like he popped Sarkozy in the mouth.
Incidental, non-intentional face contact.
Yeah,
there.
you get a fat lip and an apology. That's about all. There's another left hook.
The front kick. Sarkozy tries to drag Aguilar to the mat. We've seen that technique not work for him the whole evening here. There we see a tremendous technique. A left, a right, and then a knee, John. I think he's out.
I don't think he's getting up. He went down like a rock. And I'll tell you something. Aguilar was so fast that you couldn't even see both of those punches.
That is it. A knockout from Frederick Aguilar, who will advance in this tournament. Tremendous technique there displayed by the Frenchman.
Both these contestants go to each other's corners to congratulate their handlers, and it just goes to show you that this sport is made out of respect. It takes a lot of courage and endurance. Your winner is Frederick Aguilar, and in just a moment, we'll find out who his next opponent is going to be.
Hey, you're finished already. I'll just take a cup.
New Centrum Performance Energy Bars. Taste the energy.
Grab a rock.
Nasty cool. Cool to the core.
A lot can be said about the fact we only use 100% pure beef in our burgers. Usually, a mouthful.
Cool, creamy, smooth, dreamy. Your dessert is waiting just around the corner at McDonald's.
We're back in Chicago for more action in the World Shidokan Tournament.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I'm going to summon forth to the ring from Lithuania, Kestutis Abrocius. And from France, Manu Ento.
And two from France, but now fighting out of California. Dave, what club does he represent out there?
Ento is a Strike Force kickboxing champion. He packs a mean right hand. This is going to be a tremendous fight here, John. I'm really looking forward to this matchup.
Well, this guy, Abrocius, looks pretty long and strong.
You see both the fighters feeling each other out here. There's a front kick. High roundhouse kick. Again, just feeling each other out. There we see a roundhouse. Ento catches and throws Abrocius to the ground.
Well, Ento looks a little bit chubby, but that could be deceiving.
Ento is a very physical specimen. He's very short. He's very powerful. Tremendous fighter. There's a spinning back kick, just catching Ento on the arm. Again, a lot of feeling out here, you'll see. There's a front kick. Sends Ento to the canvas from Abrocius. A front kick.
Well, Ento doesn't look any worse for wear there.
Well, there's a knee strike there from Abrocius, and you see Ento grabbing that gi. Axe kick. Spinning back kick.
Well, Abrocius has that height. Now, that's got to help him.
So it's an advantage here.
I mean, he's the tallest of all the contestants tonight, who I saw.
Spinning hook kick. A lot of techniques here being thrown. Notice the grabbing. Both fighters utilizing the grab. There's a 3-second grab allowed in Shidokan rules.
So that means you either got to do something or get your hands off of them.
That's correct. You have to be active. Grabbing can be used for knee strikes, throws, sweeps, as we almost saw right there. There's a spinning back kick.
Abrocius has kicked Ento a couple of times, but it doesn't look like it's doing any good.
Ento is in tremendous physical shape. His conditioning is right up there with top athletes all over the world. In bare-knuckle karate, you can't only just dish it out. You have to be able to take it.
That's the end of round one. Let's take a look at some of that first round action.
Here's that front kick. right to the midsection of Ento, sending him to the canvas.
Boy, that was perfectly timed. I was even impressed with that one. Round 2.
There's a high roundhouse kick there from Abrocius to the face of Ento, just grazing him. Oh, and a Zabaki technique followed by a knee. Right hook.
You know, Antu may be strong, but I think the cost of that strength is speed, because Abrocius is quicker. I think he's thrown Antu out of his game, and he's good with the hands and the feet.
Abrocius is very versatile. Watch how he attacks from every angle. Low, high, medium. Hands, feet, knees. He has really thrown Ento off of his game plan. Notice the movement as well. He's constantly moving.
Yeah, he seems to be putting Antu in a bad position here, with his back to the ropes.
Notice his positioning. He's cutting off the ring. He's controlling the fight.
I think Antu realizes that, because he's not being very offensive.
Here we see him trapped in the corner. Oh, and a spinning hook kick. Catching Ento on the side of the head, partially blocked there by the forearm.
There's a hook and another knee kick by Abrocius, and Antu does not seem to be moving here. He doesn't look like he's tired, but he just looks motionless.
Ento looks confused.
You know, maybe he is biding his time for those kickboxing rounds, because after all, that is Antu's specialty. I don't see him moving forward.
Oh, and a front kick. Ento's biding his time. He's taking a lot of punishment to do so. He's been on the mat twice.
And, you know, even when you go down unexpectedly, that takes something out of you.
Well, you have to get up. There's an axe kick. Oh, and a straight right to the body. Ento's working that inside low kick.
Seems to be content to stay against those ropes, and he's taking punches left and right by Abrocius. He's not making many offensive moves.
No, a sacrifice kick.
Ento survives again, but next round, his specialty, kickboxing.
He's like nothing you've ever seen.
You ain't nothing but a
He's like no one you've ever met. But once you get to know him,
It's the ugly duckling. He's sad because he's all alone.
you won't ever want him to leave.
This is my family. That's good, yeah.
Her name is Lilo. His name is Stitch. Disney's Lilo and Stitch. Rated PG. Now in theaters.
Blood pressure dropping.
Great, and I'm missing the Sopranos. Maybe I can sew this up quickly.
Doctor.
Bada boom, bada bing.
Tired of being on somebody else's schedule? With HBO On Demand, you can watch 150 of your favorite shows and movies anytime you want. You can even pause, rewind, or fast forward. HBO On Demand. It's HBO on your schedule.
Call today and get the first month of HBO On Demand free.
Think you've seen it all? Well, watch this. Survival's not a game when you're playing with your life. From the best-selling Survival Handbook and the co-executive producer of Survivor comes Worst Case Scenario.
This show
could save your life.
Life and death knowledge you hope you'll never have to use. When the action gets out of control, you can't afford to miss Worst Case Scenario. Premieres July 10th, 9 Eastern, 8 Pacific. Only on TBS Superstation, because you just never know.
Back in Chicago for more Shidokan kickboxing action.
Here's that front kick that drops Ento. The start of round 3. Kickboxing rules, the fighters wear 10-ounce gloves. They're allowed to grab and hold for 3 seconds. There are no elbow strikes allowed to the head.
Well, Ento is...
Oh, and there's a right hand.
Beautiful right hand by Abrocius.
No standing 8 count given there.
Looked like a knockdown to me, Dave.
Well, that referee's got the best seat in the house.
These punches are crisp.
Punches and low kicks exchanged by the fighters.
Well, this is supposed to be Anto's specialty, so let's see what he can do. He's up to his neck and stuff now, buddy, I'll tell you.
And you see the fighters exchange low kicks again.
Anto's the short of the two. He's got to be the stalker here. Oh, a nice right kick. And that's the best offensive display I've seen from the Frenchman tonight.
Takes Abrocius to the ground with that kick.
Good left hand. Good left jab to Abrocius' face. Maybe we're going to see some action here. So far, it's been all Abrocius except for that last flurry by Ento.
Ento's making a comeback.
Abrocius gets a nice right hand and a left. Abrocius is pressing the action here.
There's Ento with a comeback. Oh, a round kick. Low kick there.
Abrocius also has good defense because Ento is not scoring with any of those punches. There's a good left jab to the face of Abrocius. Anto's active. Hands motioning around, trying to confuse Abrocius. There's a left and a right. The right connects.
Uppercut there from Abrocius, connecting on Ento.
There's a nice left hand to Anton's jaw.
There's
left
another
and
one.
Right and another one.
Good combination there from Abrocius. Ento comes right back with that inside low kick.
But so far, it's Abrocius with the signs of strength here. Except for those brief kicks by Ento, it's been Abrocius, both with the feet and with the punches, and that's the end of round 3. Well, kickboxing is supposed to be Antu's specialty, but so far it's Abrocius in this type of an event, too. Let's see how Antu got here in the first place.
Here we see Ento facing a much taller opponent, Johann Gieb from Germany. They're executing a suplex. Gieb comes back with a right, knocking Ento to the ground. Ento's able to mount his own comeback, using his hands, pummeling Gieb. Winds up being the winner, technical knockout in the 5th round.
And that's what he has to do against Abrocius. He has to get inside. And it should be easier because Abrocius is not nearly as tall as Gieb.
Let's see if he can do it here in this round. Ento again chopping away at that lead leg with those low roundhouse kicks.
Nadeau there kind of buttoning up there. This is supposed to be a boxing round for him, and he hasn't done a lot of boxing here.
See these fighters exchanging tremendous techniques here. Abrocius has control of this fight here, John.
Yeah, he seems to be pushing Ento all over the place. And Ento is not getting inside. Notice as he's punching from a distance.
There you see a combination there from
There are no
Abrocius.
counter punches. There are no counter punches here. There's just always cover up by Ento. He's got to counter punch and get inside. Use that boxing skill of his.
Abrocius seems to be stalking Ento here. Constant movement.
You don't see any left hooks.
There you see Abrocius coming back with an uppercut. Oh, and there's an axe kick, followed by a punch. Abrocius is all over the place.
And I think he senses that.
I think Ento is a little hesitant now to come in.
He's keeping Ento in the corner there. There's a nice combination. There's a good right hand to the face.
Abrocius is showing that ability to spin with his techniques as well.
And Anton is not showing any offensive action. It looks defensive.
And you see
He's
Abrocius
waiting for all the action to come to him, Dave.
Abrocius is pressing the match here at this point. Looks very calm and cool and collected there.
That was a nice right hand by Ento, but Abrocius came right back.
There you see that spinning back kick again, as I mentioned, the spinning techniques.
And a right hand by Abrocius misses at the bell. Well, I don't know, but I have Abrocius ahead on all these rounds. I think that Ento is going to have to really pick it up to get anything out of this fight.
Ento's going to have to knock Abrocius out. I don't know if you know this or not, John, but Abrocius is an accomplished grappler, tremendous ground fighter. These next 2 rounds are definitely in his favor.
Well, I tell you, though, I don't know if we're going to have another 2 rounds. The bell has not rung to announce the 5th round here. I think we've got a decision already.
Ento's not going to continue, John.
Well, you know what? I don't know if he's beat up as much as he's frustrated because he just couldn't do anything with the Lithuanian.
I agree with you, Johnny. Kestutis Abrocius put on a tremendous display of his martial arts talents here tonight. There he is from Lithuania, your winner, Kestutis Abrocius.
And we'll be back for the semifinals of the Shidokan competition.
The Stanley Cup is back in Hockey Town. Celebrate the Detroit Red Wings Stanley Cup Championship with Sports Illustrated's 2002 Stanley Cup Ice Pack, free with your paid subscription. Relive all the moments that made the 2002 playoffs unforgettable with the official NHL 2002 Stanley Cup Championship video available on DVD or VHS. Call now, and you'll also get Sports Illustrated's hardbound, gold-lettered, individually numbered Stanley Cup commemorative. Your ice pack is free when you order 55 issues of Sports Illustrated for only $1.59 an issue. Save more than 50% off the cover price. When you use your credit card, you'll get this exclusive 2002 Stanley Cup Champions commemorative puck, available only from Sports Illustrated, free. Check out the 2002 Stanley Cup Ice Pack. 3 great gifts from Sports Illustrated. Get into it.
Sunday, a supercharged night of baseball on ESPN. At 7, the exclusive announcement of the team rosters, the All-Star Selection Show. At 8, the Mets take the Subway Series to the Bronx. Sunday night, starting at 7, only on ESPN.
It's the 10th Annual ESPY Awards, hosted by Samuel L. Jackson.
We're going to have a funky good time.
It's so much fun.
With live performances by Snoop Dogg, Bootsy Collins, the original P-Funk, and Carlos Santana. Wednesday, July 10th, 9 p.m. on ESPN.
We're in Chicago for the semifinals of the World Shidokan Tournament.
From Costa Rica, Hector Monterrey. And from France, Frederick Aguilar.
Well, I think, Dave, we've got some familiar faces here. Of course, we're all familiar with Aguilar, but the Costa Rican club is very active in Shidokan competition.
They are. They've brought their fighter, Hector Monterrey, here. You're going to see a tremendous fight here. Both these fighters just, there they are right there, trading off low kicks, body punches. This is bare-knuckle karate. There are no pads. There are no gloves. These guys are here to fight.
Actually, it looks like an interesting, physically, they look about the same. They're both basketball player-looking guys, unlike the earlier bouts when it was brawn against speed.
They both have the same physical body makeup. They both have the same techniques. Notice the hands, notice the legs. A lot of similar combinations being thrown here. I think the experience has got to go to Aguilar.
You know, it's interesting because I'm wondering if there's any difference between the Central American type of Shidokan and Europe. I know that in soccer, for example, the Europeans like short precision kicks and the Central Americans like long boomers. Maybe there's a difference in style in Shidokan also.
Well, let's see if there's any comparison with those styles here tonight with these bare-knuckle fighters.
So far, they look the same.
You see Aguilar is very composed throughout this whole fight.
You know, you never get a look on his face. He never looks tired, never looks happy.
Now, speaking of tired, notice the mouthpiece of Monterrey. It's already starting to come out of the mouth. Monterrey is expending himself here in this first round.
You know, I guess that comes with experience because Aguilar, as I mentioned, has been here before.
Low kicks traded off again, followed by hand combinations, another low kick. These fighters are really going at it. They are not stopping. This has been constant action throughout this first round.
You see any noticeable effect on anybody?
I haven't seen anybody take a tremendous shot.
Well, we're early.
There's a low kick.
I mean, it sounds nasty.
Oh, and there's almost a knee. I can't tell if that connected. Again, just consistently trading blows. There's the end of the round.
The action slowed in round 2, so let's pick it up in round 3.
Round 3, the kickboxing round.
Johnny, I've got the first round pretty even between these two fighters. I gave the second round to Aguilar.
You know what? These are like two smooth boxer types. It's hard really to tell. But Aguilar's been here before, so that probably gives him the advantage of that short score that you were mentioning.
Well, Aguilar's a much more refined, experienced fighter. Aguilar has the experience. You see Monterrey, the stronger of the two, definitely much more aggressive, yet look at the wild punches. He's not as controlled as Aguilar is.
And, of course, Aguilar, no motion in his face, no emotion anywhere. Just keeping himself relaxed, and you save energy that way.
There again, we saw some wild punching. Both fighters exchange kicks.
Another wild right and left hand by Monterrey.
There's those knees with a great hand combination.
Aguilar seems to be continuing throughout the fight, just edging up, taking his time. Not a big advantage, but a steady advantage.
Monterrey looks a bit fatigued again here.
Well, you know, it's another thing, too. It's size and strength against speed and finesse, and Aguilar has the finesse. And I can't say this enough, that a lot of times it comes with experience.
Experience is the factor here.
And he's a winner.
Now have some blood flowing from the nose of Monterrey. was caught with one of those punches.
These guys are like two boxers now, the way they're dancing around a little bit. Weak left-right combination by Aguilar.
There's that mouthpiece coming out of the mouth again. Again, a sign of fatigue.
Monterrez, another sign of fatigue. His punches are off mark.
That punch was right on the mark.
And you can see Monterrez's mouth is opening up, and that's the end of round 3.
Back with more Shidokan action after this.
Any grill can cook a steak, but can it handle a pancake? The Big Easy can. From Charbroil, keepers of the flame.
To cool their food, males use a technique known as the reverse blow. The rolling rock continues the cooling process. Grab a rock.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good old consumer research. Man, I love focus groups. Now, which of these two phone directories is your favorite? Yellow Book or the other book?
Yellow book.
Yellow Book.
Yellow Book.
They're picking the wrong book. And you?
Yellow Book. That's where I found my favorite pizza.
Charming.
Who else knows about this?
Just us.
What if Yellow Book starts to advertise?
We're in trouble.
More people choose Yellow Book, not the other book. Call 1-800-YB-YELLOW.
Warning. This movie is so exhilarating, it can only be seen exclusively in IMAX theaters and other large format cinemas.
Yeah, I like that.
ESPN's Ultimate X, rated PG, now playing.
We're back at the World Shidokan Open in Chicago's Park West Theater.
Let's take a look at how Hector Monterrey advanced to this phase of the triathlon. Here he is fending off Team USA champion and K1 competitor Lemane Kita from Philadelphia.
Well, Monterrez is exhibiting a lot of strength here as he pummels Kita with a solid volley of lefts and rights. Kita is helpless before this incessant attack, and to me, it's only a matter of time. And the referee thinks the same thing because he breaks this thing up.
This is round 6. Aguilar in the blue trunks, Monterrey in the red. This is the last of the grappling rounds and the final round of the fight. I've got Aguilar ahead.
So do I, Dave, but not by that much because Monterrey is forcing the action, but his punches are off, and that's what makes me feel Aguilar's ahead. His punches are more controlled and they're striking the mark.
Much more precise, as we just saw right there.
In fact, I would not be surprised if Aguilar stopped this kid.
Well, Monterrey has to be given all the credit in the world, battling back, not giving up. Tremendous fighter. These guys have thrown hard punches from the very beginning, the opening bell of this fight. They have not stopped.
You know, that's so typical of all these Shidokan participants. They take it down to the wire, and you find out that in this sport, there's not much of a dispute as who wins these things. And in fact, all the fights that I've seen so far, I've never seen anybody complain. It's usually the fighter who determines who wins.
Shidokan is the only venue that allows the fighter to determine the outcome of the fight. When you've won a Shidokan fight, you know it. And when you've lost, you know that as well. There we see a high roundhouse kick delivered to the head of Hector Monterrey. Hector counters.
Monterrey looks tired. His mouth is gaping open, sucking up air, but he still comes out there. He doesn't retreat in a hole and wait.
He keeps bringing it. Like all these Shidokan fighters, they don't quit.
Aguilar starting to score, though. I think this may be not going too much longer.
Well, Monterrey's hung in there. He survived that flurry of punches. Looks like Aguilar's actually been hurt there from a punch.
Yeah, he looks it too, but I don't see Monterrey coming back out at him. He's kind of waiting for Aguilar.
Like we mentioned throughout this fight, that fatigue factor on Monterrey has really worn down. That's the end of the fight. We're going to be going to a judge's decision here. Shidokan fights are scored on a 10-point must system.
Judge 1.
Let's see how the judges scored this fight.
The fight even at 57 each.
The first judge scores the fight even at 57 each. That's kind of surprised, but it shows you how close this thing is. The second judge gives it to Aguilar, 58 to 56.
Judge 3 scores the fight 58-56 for Aguilar.
The third judge scores 58-56 Aguilar.
6-4 Frederick Aguilar. Our winner.
And the fourth judge scores it 58-56 for Frederick Aguilar.
And your winner in the semifinals, Frederick Aguilar. We'll see who he's going to face in the finals right after this.
Every garden hose ends up in the same way, tangled, trampled, or torn. Hi, I'm Pat Murphy-Stark for the Invention Channel, here to show you a revolutionary new garden hose. It's the new Roll-A-Hose, the compact, lightweight garden hose that rolls up to store on its own reel. Look, ordinary garden hoses are rigid and heavy. It's a job to store them. But watch this. Roll-A-Hose lays completely flat, just like the hose from a fire truck. But when you turn on the faucet, the water flows freely. It's flexible, so it rolls up neatly, completely. It's so lightweight, anyone can do it in minutes. Dragging that heavy hose from faucet to faucet is a dirty job. But Roll-A-Hose is so lightweight, moving it is no problem. Move it to water your plants out on the patio. Move it to clean the pool area, your deck, or your porch. Move it to wash your car. Then when you're done, store it in the trunk. It's so easy to move, you'll wonder how you ever lived without it. Roll-A-Hose is compact, so it stores in any cabinet. Other flat hoses snag and pull, but the Roll-A-Hose weave resists snagging. It's so durable, it's strong enough to tow a truck, and it's guaranteed not to split or break for a full 10 years. The amazing Roll-A-Hose with built-in reel for just $19.99. Other hoses are only 25 feet, but we give you 50 feet. That's twice the hose for the same price. And as a free gift, we'll send you the Roto Spray adjustable spray gun with 4 special settings. It's a $10 value free. But here's an even better deal. All of today's callers will also receive Mighty Sweep, the water-powered broom. The powerful spray means dirt and debris sweep away. It cleans a 3-foot wide path, ideal for debris on bricks, decks, driveways, and more. And it's free. Just pay shipping and handling. You get it all. The double-length 50-foot Roll-A-Hose, the Roto Spray, and the Mighty Sweep. A $60 value, just $19.99.
Call 1-800-510-4289. Order Roll-A-Hose with a 10-year guarantee for just $19.99. You'll also get the Mighty Sweep free plus shipping. So call 1-800-510-4289. That's 1-800-510-4289.
We're back in Chicago for the World Shidokan semifinals.
For this evening, from Lithuania, Kestutis Abrocius. And from Japan, Yo Sakai.
Here's the start of round one, the second semifinal match. I'm Dave Kricka, joined by Johnny Bellino, calling all the tremendous Shidokan martial arts action here tonight. Oh, speaking of action, there we see some right off the bat. Johnny, the winner of this fight is going to go ahead and face Frederick Aguilar from France to see who will be crowned the middleweight World Shidokan champion in the final bout tonight.
Well, you know I like this Abrocius, but I'll tell you something. If anybody can beat that veteran Aguilar, it would be Abrocius here. I've been very impressed with him so far.
Well, let's see what the Japanese fighter Yo Sakai has to offer as he, whoa, takes a kick, roundhouse kick right to the head.
Well, apparently not much, because there goes Abrocius.
Well, let's not speak too soon. Sakai is a tremendous fighter out of Japan. This fight is just getting started. Oh, and there's a jumping, spinning roundhouse kick to the head, followed by a knee, and he's not done, a sweep. What a tremendous combination there.
No, and no sooner than he's up and then he's down again. This Abrocius is a machine.
John, Abrocius is throwing every combination imaginable at Sakai. Sakai has been able to bounce back, though, mounting his own attack here.
Well, I don't think Sakai is going to be anywhere near strong enough to handle Abrocius.
Getting dumped to the canvas like that will take its toll on any fighter.
You know, Dave, what's the difference maybe? We talked earlier about the style between the Europeans and the South Americans or Central Americans. What about the Asian fighter and the American fighter, or the European fighter?
The Japanese fighters have a much more straight-on fighting approach. You'll notice very squared up. Abrocius, however, is very methodical, very sporadic in his attack. He's able to move, cut off the ring, use circular motion, use grabbing, different angles, really throwing Sakai off.
You know, it's like a puncher fighting a boxer, only Abrocius is boxes and punches.
Oh, and there's a tremendous throw. Very powerful throw there at the end of the round. Here we are in round two. Full contact karate.
Dave, you think Sakai's going to last this long?
Oh, definitely. Sakai will go on through this fight. He's a tremendous fighter. He doesn't quit. Oh, he just took a round kick to the face there. And you see Abrocius grabbing that gi in a sabaki motion, using circular motion in order to throw his opponent. And there's a spinning heel kick that takes Sakai down. John, you may be right. I don't know if Sakai is going to be able to make it.
Well, the referee's just as important as the two guys in the ring, and they've got a good one in Jordan Dolan. Jordan was an original Shidokan participant and a member of the organization, so they've got quality in the ring in the form of the referee as well as the competitors.
Back with the action here. You see that grabbing again from the fighters.
You know, I'd think because Sakai is a leaner kind of fella, he'd be more of a boxer, but Abrocius has just taken over all aspects of this event.
There we see a throw. Slow throw there, taking Sakai down to the ground now with full force. And there's a sharp knee to the head. He's hitting him with everything here tonight, Johnny.
Just how many times can a guy go down like that without getting so totally out of shape that he can't fight back at all?
Well, these throws will definitely take their effect on a fighter. I've seen fighters knocked out. I've seen fighters injured from throws. If you land the wrong way, a throw can be as effective as a punch or a kick for a knockout technique. Two low kicks exchanged there by the fighters, both landing on the legs. Very painful.
Well, neither fighter looks the worse for wear as far as I can see, because I don't see anybody breathing heavily.
There goes down goes Sakai again. He jumps back up, ready to fight. High roundhouse kick thrown by Abrocius. Both fighters feeling each other out here again. There's some knees. Two knees landing on Sakai in the end of the round.
We'll be back with more Shidokan kickboxing.
The ESPN.com players.
Let's talk about sports.
Gosh, Bob, sports talk is so darn serious.
Sports are serious, yes.
I know a place where sports aren't so serious.
Where's that?
Page 2 at ESPN.com. Page 2 is full of columns about the funny stuff in sports. Hey, where are you going?
Home. I don't want page 2 to be the one that got away.
So, Mark, tell us about your new show.
Russian roulette is calming. It's a game show that really makes you comfortable. It's easygoing. It's like the kids say, you know, chill. Sure, there are points and money and stuff, but really, it's all about low-pressure, good-spirited shenanigans. I mean, look at those guys. They're having a blast.
Tune in, drop out. Russian roulette every night at 11 p.m. Eastern, only on Game Show Network.
Nightly at 5 and 8 p.m. Hawaii time on Digital Channel 438.
Like NASCAR, watch for race fans only for official NASCAR clothing and collectibles. Friday nights at 8 Eastern on QVC. Like NASCAR, watch for race fans only for official NASCAR clothing and collectibles. Friday nights at 8 Eastern on QVC.
We're back in Chicago, where things don't look good for Yo Sakai.
Here we see the two fighters squaring off in the full contact karate phase. You see the sabaki technique there from Abrocius, downing Sakai. And here they are, Abrocius in the purple trunks, Sakai in the black trunks, the kickboxing rounds. Let's see if Sakai can turn it up here, John. I know he's a very good kickboxer out of Japan. Maybe he can make a comeback here against Abrocius.
He looks like he's got a little height, but not nearly the strength, so it'll be interesting to see what he does to get to Abrocius.
Well, you got to remember, whoever wins this fight is going to go on to the final, so they both want to win this fight. I don't see either of them quitting.
Sakai took a strong punch to the jaw and a knee as well. I think he's not going to make it to the finals if he continues at this rate. He's hopelessly behind to me.
Well, he's behind, but he's trying to wear down Abrocius. If you notice, he's trying to chop that lead leg down with those inside low kicks.
Well, you know, sometimes when you're way behind and you keep on coming shows the greatest kind of courage.
Well, Sakai and Abrocius, anybody who fights in the Shidokan definitely has courage. And there's a left right over the top to Sakai.
Well, this Abrocius could be a good boxer, too.
He's good at everything. There we see Sakai getting dumped down. to the canvas. That's probably the 8th time he's been down on the mat, John.
Notice how he squares up in his boxing. His punches are very straight, and it's not just one punch at a time. It's a 1-2 combination.
Abrocius is stalking Sakai here. Waiting. There's a spinning back kick, just falls short.
Well, that was one time that Sakai avoided some punishment there. But what does he have to do to get Abrocius off of him?
He's got to do a couple things, John. First of all, he's got to stay off the canvas. He's been on the mat at least 8 times this fight. We haven't even gotten to the grappling rounds.
Well, he can't stay inside because he's not strong enough. And by being outside, Abrocius just takes him apart. So it's going to be a long night.
Well, Sakai has to fight Abrocius from his distance. If he's not fighting him from his distance, Abrocius is able to throw combinations and techniques at will. And not only throw them, but land them. There's the end of the round.
Round 4. Let's see if Sakai can figure his way out of this mess. He's been taking a terrible beating for the first 3 rounds, and things don't look like they're going to be any different because he just got hit by a right and a left by Abrocius.
Well, he's got an uphill battle here, John, as he goes down to the mat again. If anybody can climb that mountain, it'll be Sakai. You got to give this guy credit. He has not quit. He has taken a tremendous beating, and he still comes back swinging.
You know, you're right. It does take a lot of courage when you know you don't have the strength and you don't have the speed to overcome these odds and not just quit.
Well, there's a little spunk there from Sakai with a low kick. Could be mounting a comeback. He's throwing another low kick there to the inside leg.
There's a lot of backing up, though, by Sakai.
Oh, and here, some hands thrown by Abrocius.
There he goes. Now you know what you're talking about here. Lefts and rights, more lefts and more rights. And Abrocius has opened up his arsenal of power.
How is Sakai standing on his own 2 feet after that?
I don't know. Sakai looked like he was helpless, but he hung in there, and he's taken another 8 count, but he's still standing.
Not many fighters I know could have withstood that barrage.
I know I don't want to be in there.
Bleeding from the mouth, definitely taking punishment from those combinations there. See if he can mount a comeback of his own. There's a left hook. Squaring up again.
Abrocius doesn't even look like he's breathing heavily.
Oh, and there's a low kick. Just tearing up that leg of Sakai. Oh, and a left hand. Sakai is out on his feet, John.
It looks to me like he's going to take another 8 at least.
Well, he is standing.
Don't see anything from the corner. He looks like he's going to stay again.
He's ready to go. He's ready to go. What a fighter.
He's rocked again, though, by Abrocius.
Oh, and there's that low kick.
That's the end of round 4. We'll be back with the grappling in a minute.
Hello, Imagistics. Our copy machine isn't working.
What's going on?
Imagistic service call.
Machine's down.
Imagistics down? That's unlikely.
I know.
For over 25 years, corporate America has called on us, Imagistics, providing dependable office document equipment and unparalleled service.
I've always loved working on computers, and in the Army, that's what I do.
If you never thought about the U.S. Army or Army Reserve, think about this. There are 212 ways for you to become a soldier and work at a job you'll love. Call for this free video to find out which job is right for you. And if you call 1-800-645-ARMY right now, you'll also receive a free Army t-shirt with your video. Discover the 212 ways you can be an Army of One.
The ESPYs in Hollywood. Come on.
Feels like a cross between the Grammys and the Oscars.
ESPYs, baby.
See the stars come out to honor the best in the world of sports.
It's a great show.
I'm just like a stupid fan.
It's so much fun.
It's a jamming party, I'm telling you.
It's the 10th annual ESPY Awards, hosted by Samuel L. Jackson, with live performances by Snoop Dogg, Bootsy Collins, the original P-Funk, and Carlos Santana.
We're going to have a funky good time.
The 10th annual ESPY Awards, Wednesday, July 10th, 9 p.m. on ESPN.
We're back in Chicago, and if you've just tuned in, we're in the middle of a hellacious fight.
Here we see Kestutis Abrocius just rocking the head and the body of Rose Sakai from Japan. Unbelievable combinations here. How Sakai manages to stay up, I have no idea.
Look at those punches rock Sakai's head just back like a bullet.
Well, look at Sakai try to throw hooks back, fighting back out of this. Amazing. What tenacity. And we're back in the 5th round. 5-ounce gloves, the grappling rules. We have Sakai in the black trunks, Abrocius in the purple. And they are, oh, and there's a right hand down Sakai right off the bell. Sakai is right back up.
You don't have to be an expert to expect that with these 5 ounces that wasn't going to happen. But what is surprising is Sakai's up again.
There we could see some grappling. Fighters are staying with the striking. Oh, there's an incidental punch. There's no striking when the fighters are on the ground. The referee warning Abrocius of that.
Well, Sakai is bobbing and weaving like an untouched boxer and is even trying to throw a few punches of his own, but to no avail.
His energy level is still there. Amazing. Amazing conditioning from all these fighters tonight.
But there goes Abrocius again, almost at will. Well, at will.
I don't know if we're going to see any grappling here. I think Abrocius wants to take Sakai out with the hands or with the feet. There's a knee. Oh, there's a knee. He's down, but he pops right back up.
You know, Dave, I don't have any words to explain or describe the courage on this. Sakai, and again, he's down. This guy just won't quit.
There's a towel, John, from the corner, doing the right thing, protect the fighter. He's taken enough punishment. What tremendous courage and heart displayed by Sakai from Japan.
You know, there's a standing ovation out here, and I don't know whether it's for Sakai or...
Any grill can cook a steak, but can it handle a pancake? The Big Easy can. From Charbroil, keepers of the flame.
Looking for high-voltage energy that tastes great? Try new Centrum Performance Energy Bars. Shockingly great taste. Plus, all the energy you'd expect from Centrum Performance. New Centrum Performance Energy Bars. Taste the energy.
The bench on the right is being painted with Krylon. The bench on the left with Rust-Oleum. After just 12 minutes, Krylon is dry to the touch. Rust-Oleum, well... gee. Oh, not good. Oh, boy. For a smooth, professional finish, fast-drying Krylon performs like no other. Krylon. No runs, no drips, no errors.
Don't just treat razor irritation, prevent it. New Neutrogena Razor Defense Face Lotion for Men works 2 ways. Instantly soothes irritated skin, conditions skin to help prevent future irritation. Call now for free samples. Neutrogena Razor Defense Face Lotion.
Sunday, a supercharged night of baseball on ESPN. At 7, the exclusive announcement of the team rosters, the All-Star Selection Show. At 8, the Mets take the Subway Series to the Bronx. Sunday night, starting at 7, only on ESPN.
Let's take a look at that unbelievable action that ended the final round of that last bout.
Here we see Abrocius delivering those strikes to the face of Sakai, taking him out. Wisely, his corner throws in the towel because he was not going to quit.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've all been waiting for, the main event, the final bout of this evening for the middleweight championship. It will be fought between the 1998 Shidokan Switzerland champion, hailing from France, Frederick Aguilar. And he will be facing off against Kestutis Abrocius from Lithuania, the 1999 World Open champion of Shidokan.
Here we are for the championship bout of the evening.
We have 9 rounds total here tonight. 3 rounds karate, 3 rounds kickboxing, and 3 rounds of grappling.
Dave, I guess that's what they mean when they say the triathlon of martial arts.
And not only that, but both of these fighters have fought 3 bouts earlier in the evening to get to this point.
Well, I'll tell you, they don't look like they've fought all 3 times already.
Well, look at the quickness of Abrocius there, trying to apply an armbar there. It's not allowed in this phase. That's for the grappling later on in the match.
Well, you know, this is going to be kind of unique because Abrocius can match Aguilar in speed and agility. and he'll overmatch him with strength.
And experience, John. Both these fighters have a lot of experience. We've seen them fight tonight. We've seen them dispose of their opponents. And this is going to be a great fight. And we see Abrocius with the grabbing technique again, that Sabaki technique, pivoting his opponent, delivering a low kick.
See, that's where I think he likes to use his strength, set you up.
Well, Aguilar counters right back with an inside low kick.
Well, I'm just thinking that if Abrocius can get inside and grab, he can avoid Aguilar's jabs. Take the boxing part away from this Aguilar.
Well, let's not forget those throws of Abrocius either. We saw him throw Sakai around the ring like a rag doll earlier. Let's see if he can do the same with Aguilar.
I think he just tried to do it then, but Aguilar's a little bit too
Attempted
smooth.
to lift him. Both these fighters squaring up again.
I think that was that right kick that, again, he struck Abrocius in. Abrocius struck Aguilar in the left leg, and I think that's beginning to tell already.
Yes, notice how Aguilar just changed his fighting stance there. He's now got his right leg forward. He is favoring that. That leg is hurt.
I think that's going to take away all his kicking power.
Well, he still has his hands and his knees. Both very formidable weapons that we've seen in the past. There's a right to the midsection of Aguilar.
See, I don't think he can be punching.
Oh, and a high roundhouse kick, Johnny.
I don't think he can be punching, trading punches with Abrocius. The bell ends the first of 3 karate rounds. Round 2 of this championship bout.
Both the fighters feeling each other out here. Let's see if Aguilar can mount a comeback here. Abrocius grabbing that gi, looking for a throw perhaps, doesn't get one.
I think Aguilar's suffering from that punishment he took to his leg.
That leg's definitely hurt. Notice how Aguilar keeps it back behind him, trying to protect it. Low kick to the right leg. He's very slow getting up here, John. He landed on that leg.
You know what? Like in boxing, my friend, when the body goes, the head follows.
Not only are those legs not being used for kicking, it's affecting his punching power as well. He's really hurt. He's favoring. You can see him hobbling on that leg.
And if we can see it, you can bet that Abrocius can see it. And like a shark to bait, he's going to go for the kill.
Working that inside of the leg there of Aguilar. Aguilar counters with his own punch.
Abrocius is really kind of taking his time.
Oh, and there goes that leg again. Very slow getting up. Favoring that leg as he gets up.
And immediately Abrocius goes for it.
In an attempt to protect himself, he grabs that leg and tries to go down to the mat.
I don't think this fight's going to stop for any punches to the head. I just think Aguilar is just going to not be able to get up.
There's that low kick again. Another one.
And
3.
another one.
He's down. That leg is out. That leg is taken out. Abrocius showing sign of victory. Let's see. Abrocius celebrating a bit early, but let's see what happens here. Aguilar is up.
Just like a home run hitter, Dave, when Abrocius hit Aguilar, he knew that he had him.
Well, he's up, and they're fighting again.
Well, he's the champ of Switzerland.
There's that low kick again. 4 low kicks.
The end of the round, and a wounded Aguilar limps back to his corner.
Here's those 3 low kicks that take Aguilar down to the mat.
We're in round 3, the last of the full contact karate rounds.
We've got Frederick Aguilar on the right, Abrocius on the left. Abrocius looking to throw Aguilar. Favoring that leg again is Aguilar. There's that low kick. There's a knee.
Abrocius obviously going for that leg.
Aguilar moves back in to fight. Abrocius throws another low kick. Going after that leg. Down goes Aguilar. Aguilar slow to get up.
Looks like he had help from the referee on that one.
And for your information, Johnny, the referee is the president of the U.S. Shidokan, Shihanedi Yoshimura. There's a high roundhouse kick by Aguilar. Just missing. Abrocius delivers some low kicks of his own.
Oh, look at that great judo throw, Dave.
That's a picture-perfect one-arm shoulder throw. That has definitely taken the wind out of the sails of Aguilar. Not only do I think the wind and the fight are knocked out of him, but he has injured those legs. Those legs are out. Look at him, slow to get up. I don't think he's going to continue. Out comes the mouthpiece. That's it.
And there you have the 10th annual Shidokan middleweight champion of the world from Lithuania, Kestutis Abrocius.
That was the most action-packed night of martial arts fighting I've seen in a long time. I can't wait till next year.
This has been the 10th annual World Shidokan Championship. I'm Johnny Bellino. On behalf of my partner, Dave Kricka, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time with more Shidokan action. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports television. For more, log on to ESPN.com.